Charlie? I think he's right, dude. Only a couple jaBROnis come out here without skates on. I gotta do this thing in skates, man. You know, work up a routine, really jazz the crowd.
You know, can I stop you, though?
Yeah.
You keep using this word jaBROni, and it's awesome.
First of all, iconic. I didn't know people still use the word jaBROni. The last time I've heard that, I think, was 1990. It was a tremendous throwback.
I never stopped using it.
You've been using it ever since?
Oh, yeah. What?
Yeah,
And then everyone said jaBROni.
What is that? The future of radio, you jaBROnis.
Cool word. Hey, jaBROni, show some class.
She's right, Andy. You're being a jaBROni.
jaBROni, JABRONI, ABC. Oh, it doesn't matter how you spell jaBROni.
We don't believe you jaBROnis. Nah. We don't believe you jaBROnis. Nah. We don't believe you jaBROnis.
What's going on? Welcome to the jaBROnis. We are back, coming live from the place where WrestleMania 40 will take place. The beautiful, the safe,
sunny
Philadelphia. The sunny, always sunny. And I still am your reigning, defending, undisputed jaBROni world champion. We lost it for a second, but we got it.
Yeah,
back.
you lost it for a little bit. Is this the first time we're doing a show since then?
Yeah, we were with everybody. Oh, one, he is Mr. Mike Butler.
That's not important.
You took this on Saturday night in Saudi Arabia, Saturday afternoon.
Yeah. I really thought, though, I had won it on Sunday, too. But because didn't I technically beat you in picks, but it came down to point wager?
Yeah, I got you in points.
How the fuck does that happen? I even think that was a mathematical possibility.
I needed all of the outcomes to after one thing happened. I needed AEW all these things to happen, and everything happened. I remember that.
Crazy.
It was where's my that's my sheet, though. I don't have yours next to it. But yeah, and you were the AEW, you were that's the ones you usually
I'm good at them usually, but
and there's something that it was gonna be my jaBROni of the week last week, but it's gonna be incorporated my jaBROni of the week this week, and part of that occurred during one of those matches, which we'll talk about later. But I mean, after all of these pay-per-views, I mean, well, what did you think? Did you like the Saudi Arabia show?
It was a Saudi show, you know.
Remember it? I remember that AJ and Seth was awesome.
Yeah, AJ and Seth was awesome. You know, it was a Saudi show. You know, the ending. It wasn't like Sami Zayn turning on Roman, jaw dropping, but you know, it was still had its ooze. I liked where they went with the story, with the bloodline. It's keeping me intrigued.
So you like with SmackDown with Solo, looks like he's back with his brothers, and then Jimmy's out now, and now
I mean, I saw the Solo thing coming. I'm assuming it leads to the Usos versus Roman and Solo at some point.
And that was all right. So let's stop. That was so after these premium live events and pay-per-views, you did this thing on Twitter where you muted accounts. Kind of. So explain your reasoning behind what you were doing here.
It was before, actually. It was the day of the Saudi show. And I'm scrolling. And I didn't see anything spoily wise. You know what? I did. It was the whole people reporting
Under
that
the ring.
they were reporting that WWE was hesitant on putting the title on Rollins because of his movie situation.
Okay.
And to that, I was like, man, like, if they actually put it on AJ Styles, I'm going to be real fucking pissed that I read that. Because AJ Styles winning would genuinely surprise me. So it was at that point that I muted, or in some cases blocked, all things wrestling, with the exception of a few. Well, one notably. I didn't mute or block Raj from Wrestling Inc., or formerly from Wrestling Inc., because he doesn't really spoil anything.
More of a take.
More
of a take.
Yeah, he has a take, and I like his takes. So I didn't mute him, but everybody everyone else that you can think of is pretty much muted. And if for some reason Twitter decides, hey, you like wrestling, I'm going to put this account on your feed, and it says something that includes backstage stuff, that account gets muted immediately. I've muted words forever. Like, I've muted certain words forever.
All right, so can we get a sneak peek into any words?
Yeah, sure.
All right, so I'll say that I've done this with Philly Sports at my Twitter feed line. So I don't know. I think I've shared this on Twitter before, like screenshots, because I remember after the Chiefs and the Eagles, I went and did Kansas City Chiefs, Philadelphia Eagles, Super Bowl, whatever it was, MVP, just like all of these things, Mahomes, Hurts, pass interference, penalty, all of these things, and I got through the Super Bowl a lot easier. And the last time when I went to go do that, before that, it was the Phillies and the Astros. So I do it for sports things, and it does clean up everything. Like anything that really upsets me, it's gone for a little bit. I did it with the Sixers as well. It's a Philly sports thing, but this wrestling thing,
I can see what you're doing. But my extent on that is I just don't watch ESPN for a week, and I'm usually okay with it. So currently muted right now. Hashtag AEW Dynamite. Hashtag AEW Collision. Hashtag AEW. Hashtag WWE. Hashtag SmackDown. Hashtag Raw. NJPW. NXT. TNA. SmackDown. Raw. AEW without the hashtags. WWE. And I don't know why, but Mance Warner is still muted forever. I don't remember that ordeal at all.
John Moxley, man, on Dynamite, everyone was really upset. That was the beginning of the why don't you Google it if you don't know what
okay. Yeah, all right.
He was like the originator of that with AEW when they were bringing people in the beginning.
Gotcha. Yeah, so those are the words currently that are muted forever. Now,
Fantastic.
I have done this before with, I guess, Spider Way Home. I didn't want to see any spoilers, so I muted Spider-Man, Multiverse, No Way Home, and Spider-Man without the hyphen.
Fair. Tobey Maguire's in it.
Oh, fuck. But yeah, so it was funny because, I thought it was going to be like a piece of cake, no problem, muting all these words. Like, all right, I mute AEW. But then, All Elite Wrestling would tweet hashtag AEW, and I would see it. So I had to go in and mute hashtag AEW, or mute hashtag AEW Dynamite. And I'm like, what the fuck?
They're trying to find you.
Yes. I did not block AEW. I did not block WWE or mute them because they're not going to spoil their own show.
It's going to keep you somewhat in the loop. You might find out a Byron Saxton interview, figuring out that somebody's doing something on Seth's opening up Raw. He's going to be. That's no big deal. It's no big deal. Byron can.
Can I say that I think it was going to work at all? But it has. I haven't seen anything. as far as backstage news goes, and that's kind of refreshing. And since I blocked most WWE, AEW fans, I don't see any of the drama that's going on, unless you're commenting on one of my takes, and I see that.
Well, we're not going to get into anything really
Yeah, like I mentioned off air,
build.
the main reason I did it was maybe if someone returned or debuted in a company, I would be genuinely shocked, not spoiled.
You want that feeling back.
Yeah, like last time I had that feeling where I totally didn't know somebody was going to show up, Adam Cole in AEW. I had no idea he was showing up that night. I thought that was the same night Daniel Bryan debuted for them. I knew that was probably going to happen. But Adam Cole,
yeah. No. I'm trying to think. Like, yeah, mostly everything. Like even Edge in the Rumble originally was spoiled.
I ignored that spoiler.
You know what? All right, and this is a while ago. When Undertaker showed up against Rollins Lesnar after F5'd him, lights went out,
Okay.
Undertaker showed up, and Seth like disappeared, and then they continued that feud. I remember being like, and probably Rollins cashing in, and right before that was, so probably that 2015, 2016.
Yeah.
And then it just seems like all of these outlets and everything have on Twitter and everything have gotten from there on out have just gotten to where we're at now in 2023, where, I mean, you're getting, if you want the Raw lineup completely is out there like 2 hours before the show, where you just know every segment. And that's not.
Yeah. I mean, how much joy do you think I had when I saw that Cody Rhodes and Dom Mysterio had a little segment on Raw last night? I had no idea.
So, yeah, that seems like that's going to be, for now, when we tread water, we're going to wait for this Cody Brock 3 probably at SummerSlam. People are still holding on hope to have Cody and Roman there to finish the story.
We got it. Philly's got Cody Roman too. I don't want to hear anybody say anything else. We're going to see the crowning achievement. Suck a butt.
So wait, who won the Royal Rumble last year?
Cody.
So they can't do, so they have to do that again, right?
Unless Cody wins Money in the Bank and holds on to it till WrestleMania.
But he's not in it
yet.
It seems like he's going to.
They still got qualifying match.
Does he have one?
I don't know.
I don't think he does. I think this is setting up. It seems like this is going to be Cody and.
What are you trying to say? You're thinking Cody is going to face Dominic at Money in the Bank in London.
Yes.
Man, I don't know about that. I mean, unless you know something that this is why it's so cool. I have no idea if you know something that I don't know.
No, I'm going off of last night.
You're going off strictly what you've seen on TV. I can't imagine them, like, I feel like you'd want Cody in like a prominent spot. I think he is the hottest heel in the business right now. And
it wouldn't hurt. It wouldn't hurt Dominic to lose to Cody, and I mean, for both ends, it's a perfect match to fill.
I guess, and all right, I could see, maybe I could see that. Yeah, Cody's probably going to win the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, because I think that's the only way if they're going to do it with him going after Roman.
Yeah,
that's how that goes. Let's stay. This could be all right. So on Raw, we had Seth Rollins defend his World Heavyweight Championship against Damian Priest. He retained. Finn Balor kind of was involved. He was involved in the end. The stomp. It seems like they are teasing a possible babyface turn for Damian Priest, along where there's been, and you've probably not seen this, there's been things out there of a possible new member.
I've seen that. That was before
his initials might potentially be Judgment Day, JD, too. Yeah. So, I mean, that fits. I think he was spotted.
I mean, they had the one interview with him that Finn was looking over him, like from the balcony or whatever. But have they done anything with him like since then?
Like, I feel like something like that might have happened. Yeah, the last time whenever he was on in a backstage segment, Finn was like kind of in the background, just kind of teasing. And then they did, I think it was off, it wasn't on camera, but Priest and Rollins like shook hands after the match, and then Finn didn't. It seems like maybe is Rollins going to start doing this weekly, like Cena US Open Challenge thing?
I don't think so. I gathered from last night, like at the end, that maybe Rollins and Finn Balor are going to be in a match at Money in the Bank for the world title. So they had a little stare down at Money in the Bank. And maybe, maybe that's when JD debuts as a member of the Judgment Day at Money in the Bank, costs Seth the world title, and Finn gets it.
That is a way to take it off. I mean, that is a way to take it off them quickly with some shenanigans. And I mean, but you're also leaning really heavily on this.
They would. I can only imagine the uproar that it would have. You're trying to get this title over as a main title and not a consolation prize, and to have Seth lose it after a month or two is just not the way to do it.
It would be great if they just start bouncing it around like the final year of like.
Oh my god, just to piss people off. I would. Oh god, it would be just. Hey, if it made sense, I would totally be all right with it. If it made sense, I'd be fine with it.
Give me like 22 title changes and Adam Pearce coming out every 3 weeks. If it didn't make sense,
I would probably be okay with it.
Adam Pearce every 3 weeks, he's like, we're relinquishing all the titles. I'll be like, yes, we're gonna Vince Russo this again. Let's do it. Clean slate. Oh, we got the 24/7 title back. This is fantastic.
Thank God.
But yeah, so we're having these Money in the Bank qualifying matches that have been going on so far. I believe I think at least like Becky Lynch is in Money in the Bank.
Becky Lynch, we saw.
Is Zelina Vega possibly? I think she won.
Yes. There's 3 so far for the women.
Men's, we have LA Knight is in.
Yeah. He is in.
Was there one on SmackDown? There's more people in, right? Ricochet.
Yeah. I just have no idea who they are.
Was there any more? It was Ricochet and.
Ricochet is another one. LA Knight is one.
Is Shinsuke?
I want to say no. That's this week. Oh man, I have no idea.
I think Nakamura beat Reed. Like
Nakamura, that's who it is. You're so smart.
So it's definitely Nakamura, Ricochet,
And LA Knight.
LA Knight. And I think are they going with 6? I feel like that was the
we have 4 matches on SmackDown. We got Butch versus Baron Corbin, who also is kind of part of NXT also now.
Yeah, interesting. That's an interesting actually match.
Mm-hmm. You also have Santos Escobar versus Mustafa Ali, who is also kind of part of NXT, sort of.
Yeah.
Hey, they're free agents; they can go wherever they want.
That seems like maybe a shining spot for Escobar to be in.
That'd be a great match, and I can't wait. On the women's side, you have Mishin versus Bailey, and Shotzi versus Io Sky.
Is everyone from Damage Control in that match?
Well, since
those two,
since a third of them are injured right now.
So they that's why I'm trying to think. So they both have a shot to be in the match.
So I guess your winners will be Butch, Santos Escobar, Mishin, and Io Sky. I think Bailey loses and gets jealous that Io Sky wins.
Yes, I think that's definitely how that should go. That's a great idea.
Plus, you got to put over the club. I think the club has a lot of potential on SmackDown.
Yeah, and again, I think some rumblings I heard of they're trying to push like AJ to be a little bit more. I'm guessing like heelish, maybe more demanding of things. So I don't know. Could see what happens there with that. We talked about the Cody thing. I mean, they had there was something that came out about the tag titles being basically like Ronda Rousey was like, "Give us the tag titles. We want them."
It's like she was like demanding it.
Yeah, I think that was like,
what a bitch.
One of those things, and I mean, this is an opportunity where you could shine with these titles and to lead to hopefully, which this is a match I want, WrestleMania 40 match, we get Ronda versus Shayna.
That would be pretty dope. But I mean, like in the ring and during this stint, she hasn't really been shining.
I think they just
how are you gonna shine with these guys, with the titles now? I mean, unless you have Shayna just carry her, which could be the case.
I think this is just opportunity with the name Ronda Rousey and having these tag titles. This is where these are on every pay-per-view. I forgot this was out. Yeah, these are on every single pay-per-view, and they get defended, and they're not just. And again, you defend them randomly on. I mean, they're so okay with coming up with these makeshift women's tag teams all the time where just like it's Ronda Rousey. Let's not forget about how still big of a name she is. Like she wrestled on Raw last night. Like that's like it's crazy to me how she's like part of the main roster. Like she's not a feature.
Yeah, like she's not on the Brock Lesnar deal that people thought she would be having.
Yeah, like she almost kind of was in the beginning. But again, like she left and started a family and came back, so I think she signed a contract kind of.
I forgot she was a mother.
Yeah, she like left during all that at a kid. So I guess she's like kind of some makeup time, I guess. I have no idea.
That kid's got to be like 20 by now, right? Holy shit.
Let's see anything else really with Raw. Yeah, KO and Gunther, which with a bunch of shenanigans and ends in a roll up. Which I mean, Gunther doing a roll up, I don't know, but and Riddle freaked out on Giovanni and Ludwig. So we're getting like
Kind of rude a little bit, you know.
So maybe we got Riddle in the seat for a potential like an IC title match with Gunther maybe at Money in the Bank.
Probably. I mean, they're not. I mean, it kind of speaks for itself, if I'm using that term correctly, because you got the tag champs feuding with the other two members. So it just kind of makes sense that Gunther feuds with the guy that's been teaming up with the tag champs recently.
All right, I have to get to this. We usually always start off with this. It's the first thing in our title. Did you see that there's another huge announcement for Dynamite from Tony Khan about Collision?
Again?
It's so funny.
Right, so no, because I didn't even know that he was. We were. Was it known that he was going to announce Punk last week? Was it known last week? Did you know that Punk was going to get announced before I told you?
I think they said that there was going to be an announcement last week. So I guess this is the exact same thing. So I remember.
What else could you announce? Like I need to see. Like, I know there's that WrestleTix site.
It's saying,
do you have it?
It says CM Punk hasn't helped boost tickets for Collision outside Chicago. So for Chicago, it seems.
Well, yeah. It's just like, what else could you announce? Is this an announcement for the debut episode of Collision, or just Collision altogether?
So let's. I love from WrestlingNews.co. Tony Khan will be appearing on AEW Dynamite once again during this coming Wednesday night's episode. Announced on social media, Khan will announce the first main event for the first episode of. That's a typo. It says Dynamite, but it means Collision. We already know that Punk will be on the debut episode, and I've been reports he wants to work with Samoa Joe and Jay White. It's possible that Punk could wrestle in the first show, but it's also possible that Khan has other names in mind for the main event.
I mean, you gotta do CM Punk versus Samoa Joe as the main event. Yeah, I think that's the biggest match.
So that's what. I mean, CM Punk's going to be there. There was. What did you see the reaction
of the announcement?
Yes.
From who?
Crowd.
From just in general people, or like
from like the live crowd when you did you see the?
Yes, I did. It started off really good, then started off really not good. Mm-hmm.
So what are you thinking here when?
I'm kind of shocked that it didn't just completely blow the roof off the stadium or the building. Yeah, I'm kind of shocked by the mixed reaction a little bit.
It's all right. So you know he's going to get a great reaction for the debut.
Yeah.
Then you got to remember that they're traveling.
They're in Canada like the next 3 shows, aren't they?
So, yeah, they're in Toronto, Hamilton, Saskatchewan, Alberta. Yeah, for like the next month. They are in Kenny Omega land. So it'll be very interesting when he comes back, what he says and how they approach all of this. Is this all? Does he just go, there was a lot of nonsense, but I'm back, and then we just carry on?
No, you can't just say that.
Or,
I mean, if you do, you say that in Chicago. You don't say that in Canada.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We have to be on. I feel like we have to be on our way to something when we're done Chicago. So we need some. Yeah, like in Chicago, what story are we getting? Like, is it getting exposed? Like, yeah, there was a fight, or are we keeping it? I'm just very interested how they handle the situation, since they've been so mum about it, and they always say they can't say anything because of legal situations.
No shot that he mentions anything about that. No way. Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
it's a huge elephant in the room when he comes back. Like, as soon as when he grabs that mic and everyone's chanting his name, you're just like, everyone's gonna be like, is he gonna talk? Like, what's he gonna say? Like,
yeah, like that's the big question. What's he gonna say? I don't know. I feel like a lot of people, if you're not from Chicago, aren't gonna care what he has to say, because he's not gonna talk about what
you want him to talk about.
Everybody wants him to talk about, because I'm pretty sure he legally can't. So, like, for me, like, I'm nowhere near as hype for this CM Punk return as I was for his first one.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, you kind of know when he first came back to AEW, what he was going to talk about. Kind of like dig WWE. Like, kind of just, you kind of knew like the outline of what he like. This is now like where, what do we like? There's this huge elephant in the room of what happened. Like, you were the AEW World Champion. You had the title, you lost it real quick, you won it back, you did the whole Rocky 3 thing, which he never saw, but we did this whole thing. We took the title from you. I don't know. It's gonna be like you literally can't come back and just not address like something with it, with somehow story.
Right, like, hey man, where have you been all these months, bro?
Like, there's a new show, I'm on it, I'm not on another one. Like, you can't.
Do you think Kenny Omega is not going to be on any one of those collisions that are in Canada? I mean, really?
Yeah,
those people are going to buy tickets to hopefully probably see Kenny Omega, right?
You would think,
and so I pulled up WrestleTix on Twitter, and on June 4th, they said that Collision in Chicago has distributed 8,000 tickets. 994 tickets were moved since the Punk announcement. Now, that was as of Sunday. 994 doesn't seem like a lot to me. I don't know.
Honestly,
maybe. I don't know.
I think as soon as the tickets were sold for that show for Punk, once it was announced for Chicago, that was like, that's your. I mean, I don't think there's going to be like a.
Do you think they're going to get rid of the rest of those 2,200 tickets, assuming they haven't already?
Yeah, either they'll buy them up, they'll give them out with a hamburger, something like that. They'll go. Did you see that?
Yeah. What a controversy that was.
See, yeah, that's the good stuff on Twitter.
Yeah, that's the stuff that I'm gonna miss.
The World War III of Twitter wars of WWE versus AEW. It's so much fun. Yo, Veer could be coming again. I know we see him in Indus here.
Veer's been coming,
but it seems
he's been
like
coming the last 2 weeks.
They're very high on Veer, and the WWE is heading to India September 9th, and it seems like Indus Shear will heavily be involved on whatever premium live event. I'm assuming they will be the way they're being set up right now. with squash matches, put over his big heel tag team. So yeah, I see by September they'll probably be going up against, I don't know, Gargano and Ciampa maybe.
Possibly.
I don't know, or KO and Sami Zayn. I don't know what we're doing. But
Put the strap on him. Come on, what are we doing?
Veer's coming. Veer's he's. I know we see him, but it's Veer. Management's high on him. They always get high on these people when they're getting ready to go to certain countries.
It's very true. Very true.
All right. So did you hear that Cody Brock for SummerSlam that he pitched a stipulation that got shut down?
I did not.
So, well, of course, he's had this match in AEW and was made. Also, his father, the dog collar match, apparently was pitched and shot.
Why
down.
was it shut down? Is it because AEW had a dog collar match that was so bloody and violent?
Yeah, it seems like the higher ups are not for it, but apparently via Alvarez, it's going to be something. There's going to be some kind of stip. It's not going to be a straight match. Stip that allegedly we have not seen in a while, and it's not Hell in a Cell. So
Let's brainstorm.
So what?
A match we haven't seen in a while.
Between, so it can't be like a Mountain Dew
stretcher match,
like an ambulance.
Stretcher, ambulance, maybe a cast match. It's only happened one other time. First Blood. Whoa. What do you think? First Blood, huh?
First Blood. I feel like before I feel like they would do a strap, like a dog collar match. I mean, or whatever. Before
if you're not going to do a dog collar match, don't do a strap match.
No, that's what I mean. A dog collar match. I feel like they would do a dog collar match for First Blood.
I don't know, man. I'm just fucking brainstorming. Punjabi Prison.
Punjabi Prison. I was there for the last one.
God, that's such a notch on your belt right there. Because that match is never going to happen again. You saw the last Punjabi Prison match.
It shouldn't. Oh my God, Randy Orton like blowing on his fingers, going like this. When the music was playing, it was just like, dude, just climb over. You're WWE champion. He's like,
what did that mean? Like, was that bamboo hard or something?
I guess he was getting splinters. Like, come on.
You're getting splinters and you can't. That's so fucking stupid. Shut up.
It always flashes the Randy blowing on his fingers. That cut is so stupid. Just like they cut the Roman's face during AJ's debut.
Oh yeah, that was dumb. All
right, but yeah, all right.
Hold on, I'm not done with this.
Sorry. We're going back to Cody and Brock 3.
I mean, I'm just trying to like seriously think of what realistically a stipulation could be that we haven't seen in a while. Steel cage. And had one on NXT, which was banging, by the way. One of the few NXT matches that I've seen recently, and it was banging.
All the big stipulations we've seen for a while, except like you just said, like an ambulance. Like ambulance, I feel
like we even just saw Last Man Standing on NXT too, so like can't even do that. Like that would probably make the most sense.
It was like an ambulance match, like Reigns and Strowman, maybe like.
God, the last ambulance match I can even remember was like Kane versus Shane. Like Roman and Braun did have one, right?
Yeah, they had one more recently.
No, John Cena and Kane also had one too. Yeah, I don't know. Fuck yeah. I'm not talking about this. I'll be surprised. Whatever.
Sergeant Slaughter's daughter is not happy with Lacey Evans and her Sergeant Slaughter whole attire with the hat. It says she respects her for serving in the military, but she stole the Cobra clutch and now also the hat. Let's remember that.
What does Sergeant Slaughter think? You don't know? You don't know what Sergeant Slaughter thinks?
Seeing what's in this article about it.
Because, I mean, like...
It's more of her daughter, so I guess...
Oh, so, in essence,
all right,
it's like...
Yeah, I mean, but is she... If he's not coming out and saying anything, then maybe...
Who gives a Sergeant Slaughter's daughter thinks? Who?
I'm just saying it. I, again, don't give a shit about any of this. I'm just saying that...
I almost don't care what... Like, Sergeant Slaughter, like, is the gimmick, you know? Like, whatever. He didn't invent the Cobra Clutch, though.
He wasn't a real sergeant. He never served in the... Like, he never served. So it's like, who's this?
Relax, dude. He did serve. Calm down.
No. Stop this. You can't... The daughter of Sergeant Slaughter can't come after a goddamn Marine. I know no one likes Lacey Evans. It's cool not to like Lacey Evans. I get it.
It's super cool not to like Lacey Evans. We're not cool right now. I mean, I'm not her biggest fan either, but I'm just saying I have reasons.
Her original... I'm still the biggest fan of the original Lacey Evans, the original theme song, the Rollins feud when they zoomed in on the ass.
That was like her
saying,
peak.
I'm
That was her peak.
I'm an American male. That was great camera work, Kevin Dunn. But yeah, so
you don't get a lot of
bringing up drama. And just more, I want to throw a little bit more drama out there because Dutch Mantel said that Bray Wyatt's Fiend character never drew any money. And he went through saying all this thing like he could have sold merch, but no one could beat him and all this stuff, but fails to mention the whole decision of booking with the whole Seth Rollins thing and putting the title on him. That kind of ruined the whole gimmick of the character. I mean, the character, the way it was set up, had no intentions of ever winning a title. It's not on his mind. It's not any concern. He's there to wreak havoc and fuck with people, basically. So once that happened, yeah, it's out of control. So that wasn't mentioned at all in this article. And I was just like, Dutch, come on now. If we're going to talk about how he's not a draw or didn't bring any money, it's like, no, people loved that gimmick. It's the way it was just like viciously kind of fucked with and then taken from us, in which apparently there's still all these non-going rumors that the Fiend coming back. And there was also something put out there that the creator of The Mask said that the molds for it were like destroyed or whatever. And I was just like, please, that was going to be my jaBROni of the week, like a week ago. Like, act like no one can create a mold again. You could make a Fiend mask. Like, everything's thrown out. Like, no, it's out there.
I'm not mistaken. Did the guy who made the Jason masks make the Fiend mask? Tom Savini?
There's some there's some hard dude that's connected with Bray Wyatt that does. I know
he made the mask. I'm sure Tom Savini made the mask.
I could be. I know that he has a Twitter and he would post stuff with the mask and stuff during the whole.
I'm pretty big Savini. I'm pretty sure Tom Savini.
Because I remember he was teasing the burnt mask before the burnt mask debuted.
That's true.
But regardless, it was just like, dude, the mask is like literally out there. A picture of it, like if they needed it again.
Yeah, they could easily.
Come on, don't put it out there like that's the only thing holding this whole entire thing up. But it was there was, and again, you don't know about any of this. There was a rumor out there from some Twitter handle saying that he came to terms with a new storyline, Bray Wyatt, but was not fully satisfied. And then that hashtag BWE guy, who's been very reliable recently with everything, said that that was complete BS. And said there's no other story than the one agreed on post-Mania. And just added that Wyatt's coming back, but not pampered, like you hinted, saying to this Twitter handle that just put out this BS. So Wyatt could be back at any time.
Cool. I believe it when I see it.
Which is, expected. But again, it's just like...
This is bullshit, though. This is the... Like, I get protecting the integrity of your character and stuff. But, this is the kind of shit. I mean, allowing talent to have say-so over what their job is supposed to be. Like, hey, I'm giving you a part. You signed your contract. Go fucking play it. I'm just saying.
Yeah, and I don't know, because...
I can't go to my boss and be like, nah, I don't like that one.
It seems like there was plans for something with Alexa Bliss, but thank God, because I do not want to revisit that at all. But congratulations, Alexa Bliss.
Thank you, Ryan. You saved us.
Ryan saved the Fiend's coming back because Ryan Cabrera came. Thank you. So yeah, that's not. So I don't. Yeah, what do you see as now? Bray Wyatt coming back. Do you see him coming back as the same exact iteration of him that we saw with Uncle Howdy returning, and or do we see like a whole new?
No, I kind of see us getting what we had before he went away. Thing is, I have no idea who you put him with. I could not tell you who you put him with.
Have we seen Bobby Lashley recently?
He's on SmackDown now.
Yeah, but have we seen him?
No.
Just thinking about that, I was like, dude, where's Hot Bobby been? Like, he's not in any qualifying matches? Like, what are we doing with Hot Bobby? Is Hot Bobby
is he injured? I don't know. Where's
Bobby? Does Roman need a SummerSlam opponent? Is it Hot Bobby?
Could be. That's kind of where I would go.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why that randomly just popped into my head.
Are you thinking maybe the Fiend kidnapped Bobby Lashley or something?
Yeah, that was the last thing that we were gonna do was Bobby. But now I'm thinking, like, where's Bobby Lashley been? What is happening?
I don't know. I don't know where Big Bobby is.
All right, so hopefully Bray Wyatt, he's back soon. And one last thing. Well, no, we got two more things here. One is Twitch WWE partnership. You guys are back. Everyone's back. You guys can do your streaming, your twitching.
That's not news though, right? That happened before, or like that's been done, right?
No, they announced a partnership yesterday.
Oh, there's like an actual partnership.
WWE with everything. Now they're gonna have all this extra content where they're gonna be on Twitch, like where you can have like different hosts and from different angles. I guess there's going to be a lot of more online content, it seems, and stars are going to be, I guess AJ will go back to doing like everyone who during that COVID period
you could do like so many watch-alongs now.
That's what it seems like they're going to. Remember when they did that? Like they did that for a while. They brought McAfee in. And they would just watch the pay-per-views. I remember during that like Adam Cole feud with McAfee, they were doing them a lot. And they had them like Sam Roberts would come in. They would have wrestlers who were not on the card hanging out. And I mean, there's so much opportunity for all of that, to these ways to have just extra commentator, bring people in, bring YouTube stars in, I mean, it's definitely a way to make money. So it looks like they did that exact thing. So,
and everyone should give their cut or a cut to Xavier Woods and what. Just my opinion.
Other thing I got here, just some matches for Forbidden Door 2. It's looking like we're getting Will Ospreay, Kenny Omega, and Bryan Danielson and Okada.
Okay.
They're going to be awesome matches. I don't know.
I'm sure they will. I think I've seen one Okada match. That's cool. I think I've seen a handful of Will Ospreay matches. Basically, if you were on AEW during the year, I saw your matches.
Did you see them?
But yeah, no, cool.
Ospreay and Rollins talking to each other this week on Twitter?
Had
a little interaction.
I heard of I don't know who he was interviewing with, but I heard Ospreay say,
Chris Van.
Yeah, I think he said if were to happen, that he would want to face Seth Rollins. Basically, what I saw. I didn't know if I've seen past interactions between the two, and they were never really friendly.
Yeah, it seemed more like there was a quote tweet of bruv, one of those BRUV, about where he would be with the title coming up, and just a little those little teases that you get from promotions where you can't really ever get the match.
I mean, look, when Will Ospreay is available to be signed, he's gonna go to WWE. He's gonna go to AEW or stay with New Japan. That's it. That's the bottom line.
He would be fun in WWE. I don't know how, but
he would be
restricted. He would be, but all these.
Same with MJF. I don't think MJF is going to WWE. He's gonna go in AEW.
Omega, and again, this is probably just a little mark. Omega in WWE to me was oh my god.
I think you have a better chance of seeing that happen than Jeff.
Yeah, Omega Reigns, Omega Rollins.
Omega would make the most money he's ever made if he went to WWE.
Omega Rhodes
1,000%.
Omega Baylor. There's just
Omega Baylor. Oh my goodness.
There's just so much. You got Omega Styles still. Omega Edge. Edge is still, if it happens. And again, this is just
knock it off.
Fanboying here, But anyway, that's some of the news of the week. We haven't done this in a while, but I mean, we need to do jaBROni of the week.
Johnny Cena went to town riding on a pony. Rock stuck a feather up his ass and called him a jaBROni.
Yay! Speaking of The Rock The Rock and Vin Diesel, they settled their beef. The Rock is going to be back in the Fast franchise. So we could get it. We could get John Cena and the Rock and Fast and the Furious. CGI Paul Walker. All that stuff. But anyway, jaBROni of the week time. It's been a while. I mentioned some that I was going to before. but I'm locked in on one, and it goes into two things. It starts off with a person, and then to a tweet about a reaction. So if you don't mind, I'm going to get right into this here. So start off. Again, this is delayed, but Bianca Belair gets jaBROni of the Week nod here. So you're wrestling this person who's nonstop using a spray and a mist to fuck with your eyes all of the time. So we need some goggles here, all right? What are we coming out whipping the hair and everything? Why don't we do all that? We have some goggles on, maybe some sunglasses. Pick up the cool guy routine for 1 week. That's your gimmick. You're Orange Cassidy for 1 week. Come out, wear some denim, wear some sunglasses, whip your hair around. We're not going to have any eye nonsense. You already got you avoided it a few times already with this mist. But you're coming out in your jumpsuit all cocky in Saudi Arabia. And you didn't protect your eyes, so you lost your title. And that's a jaBROni of the Week move right there. You should have been prepared. You should have did your homework. But I then came across this tweet. I screenshotted it. It's from at Pro Wrestling Finesse. And here we go. It says, Bianca Belair got booed against Asuka. She lost after getting mist rubbed into her eyes. Montez Ford got booed against LA Knight. LA grabbed the ropes to get the win. Interesting. So here we are insinuating now that wrestling fans are racist and rooting against black talent, which is all throughout quote tweets or whatever here. And that's what I get from that tweet as well. When it's just no, Bianca Belair got outsmarted. She's a big doofus. She messed up. Montez Ford got matched up with one of the most over guys in the company. And that's just, again, when everyone sees that's a qualifying match, Montez Ford, LA Knight, you just go like, oh my God, both those guys should be in this match. Why don't they break up? And again, we can, like, who doesn't want to see Montez Ford in the match? I mean, but again, everyone's really behind LA Knight right now. Not that they're not behind. It's, again, it was a matchup thing. And then these people, God, I got to mute my Twitter because then it just comes up. Everyone's racist. Everyone hates it. What are we doing here? These are people. Bianca and Montez Ford are two people we praise nonstop on here. As white as they come. What are we doing with this race stuff? It's so stupid that this is what these people fall back to all the time. And again, Bianca, you're not jaBROni of the Week because of the color of your skin. It was just because you didn't wear goggles. Again, the old Becky Lynch, you could wear. She had the goggles. I mean, we could any kind of. Mike's wearing his glasses right now. That would work. I have some glasses that would probably protect you too. You could be a studious Bianca Belair. Come out with like a book or whatever. Just change the gimmick up. That one time you just needed to do it. You didn't do it. But this whole pro wrestling finesse, trying to start the race wars in wrestling like always. You're the main jaBROni of the Week. Rant over.
Well done. Well done. Wild. Just, I love Montez Ford. I would never think.
It's just a matchup. These people, but then these people get very butthurt about things like,
and it's like,
yeah, we did.
It's a show where be his last chance match before where anybody who's lost a qualifying match are going to be thrown into a battle royal, and I think that's where Montez gets his win. Because he's not in this match. I refuse to believe it. Anyway. Good call. I have one. I kind of have two. I'd say 1.5 maybe. I'll start with the half, and it's my cat. My little Halo. So I have a routine when I go to bed. And part of that routine is going up the steps and, kissing my daughter goodnight. As I go up the steps, Halo is like kind of chilling on the floor at the top of the steps. So like I'm walking and like up here is like the railing and stuff to the upstairs. And so like he's peeking his head out through the railing and looking at me walking up the steps. And sometimes, he likes to get a little shot in, for no reason at all. I'm not messing with him. Sometimes I don't even see him.
If I was over, and I would hide over there. I would try to
just like I don't know if he's playing. I don't know if he's pissed at me. He sleeps with me every night, so I'm assuming it's not that. But on this day, he was out for vengeance and blood. And he literally got what he was after. Walking up the steps, don't even see him. Swipes at me. Gets my eye. And I'm going to, move my ear up close. There's a little scab right there.
Wow, you got, CM Punk ear.
Blood. All over this. And I don't even know I'm bleeding. I walk into the bathroom. Where my wife is with Sophia. And she goes, it's like, what? And I look, and I'm just done. I'm like, wow. So that's hey, man.
So you put the cat to sleep?
I did. We no longer have a cat. Actually, I didn't even bother doing that. I just kind of let it, just like
fucking hurt lock.
So that was my half. Here's my full jaBROni. Here's my the definite jaBROni. Because the cat's a dick, but cats are dicks. You when you get a cat, you sign up for the dickhead.
Yeah, sometimes bad days.
It's simple. Here's the real move. There was an Apple event yesterday. I don't know if you've heard about this. Did you hear about this?
I saw.
I could tell by your laughter you have.
And I showed my wife a clip that was tweeted when there was an announcement for something in the crowd reaction.
Yeah. So, which I see, but I can imagine the crowd reaction. If it was anything like I read on Twitter. So, I'm a pretty Apple guy. I'm pro Apple. I got the watches. I got the phones. I got the Macs.
I got offered not to interrupt you, but I just got the new the 14 Pro Max.
Nice.
I switched up finally.
Very
they
good.
offered me 5G internet for $40 a month. So I was like, yeah, give me that too. So I'm gonna cancel my Xfinity that I have, like $100 some a month for internet, which I'm sure will go over smoothly with them. But I also have they offered me the watch and all that. So I too am I'm a full-blown.
I'm a very big Apple guy.
So what
I'm
going to let you say what it is, because I'm kind of on. I thought this thing kind of existed, but I guess it's like an Apple version of it.
Right. So this Vision, they are coming out with this Vision Pro. It's a VR headset. If you're not familiar with VR, I mean, you're familiar with the Oculus.
It's an Oculus. Yeah.
It's basically that, but they make it Apple. And at first, I'm not that impressed by it. It's like, all right, you know, you've seen one VR headset, you've seen them all. But I mean, you know, they've come out with some video now of what it's probably going to look like in certain apps when you open up like Disney Plus or just watching anything Disney related, ESPN and whatnot. And I mean, if it looks like anything that they're actually showing, like this, it's fucking game changing. Absolutely game changing.
Isn't it like see-through? Isn't it like clear?
Yes, you can also like if you could see my eyeballs if you were looking at me and I was wearing it. You could see. I don't know if I could see you. I don't know why I would want to see you if I'm trying to watch or play a game or something like that. But if what is being shown on the internet this is a game changer. This is no Oculus, I will say. Here's a problem though. In order for people, and I know there are people out there that are even bigger Apple heads than I am, who are fucking rich, who are fucking stupid with money, and I'm stupid with money, but I'm not stupid with money. In order for people to have this thing, obviously you have to buy it. That's how things work. You buy things with money. You go to work, you earn the money, and then you buy stuff.
The good old currency.
They drop the price. And you know, I'm talking to my brother who's the one who got my attention to it. Like he's paying attention. I'm not paying attention. He's paying attention to this, and he texts me, "Hey, did you see this?" And we're like, all right, so like, where do you think this bad boy's gonna start off at? Like, $1,000 for sure. But then like, well, they charge $1,000 for their phones, so it's got to be like 15.
Their newest,
Maybe?
their newest phone's like 1,100.
Right.
Or
But
just
then
like,
it's like
all right,
15.
add it to the plan. Well, like $40 some a month. Add it to your plan. You pay it off in like 2 years. All right.
Yeah, 1,500, no big deal. But then I was like, 1,500 is kind of low. So then I was like, all right, I could probably see them $2,000. That's it though. Anything higher, it's like, because I think I've bought stuff that's like $2,000. You know, I mean, close to it. Like maybe I think like the thing I bought the most was maybe like 1,700. I think that the TV behind me was 1,700. This computer was 1,700.
Mac was like, I remember Mac. I put up straight like 1,200 for it, but mostly,
right,
I mean, again,
right. Yeah, maybe like 1,200. Yeah.
So after you announce
like,
this price, I'll tell you like what I have a feeling I have with this, what maybe they're trying to do, but I don't know.
Okay. All right. So the price came in at $34.99, not $34.99, not $3,499. Well, yeah, actually $3,499. Yeah, $3,499. Basically $3,500.
Yeah. Did you see the clip of the announcement at the venue when they did it?
I saw the clip, but the volume was turned down.
Dude, they put it up and the crowd's like, oh, and then they put it up and the price comes up underneath of it and it's an audible, just everybody going, oh, and it's that noise times thousands of people, and you can just everyone's just like, but. And I remember
and those are people that actually care enough to go to these events. These are the Apple heads that I'm talking about.
Yes, but there's these types of people who aren't at the event, who don't live in that city, that exists all over the world. Like, this is something that they're, and again, like, this is something where, all right, so if you buy like a $1,500 phone, you can add like $50 a month to your plan and pay for it off each month. So you just like, so people will probably be willing to pay like $100 extra, something like that's what you're probably $120 on top of what they're paying to get this thing. That's That's what I'm guessing. It's just like anything else. It's just like hey, you can
Which,
get
you
it.
know
Here,
what?
you can walk out with
You
it.
know, if at that time I'm like still like 100% debt free, maybe I would totally do that. But could you imagine like a monthly payment on that?
I mean, it's like half of a new car payment almost. I mean,
right? You know, just
would you use
my whole thing is.
Would you use it for watching? Like, do you use Oculus for watching Netflix or YouTube? Like, I can't do. I don't.
I touch that thing like once a month, maybe. And I tried watching like a movie on it, and it's just like, ugh. You got this thing on your face.
Head.
You got this thing on your face, and it's like, cool. Oh, look, they put me in like a little movie theater and stuff. Oh, that's cool. But like,
if you lay flat on your back, like if you're looking up, like that's the only situation I could think where.
No, because then the thing is weighing you down.
It's just it's just always like I even when I played golf or anything, and I haven't picked it up for months. Our Oculus here, it's
and
just
here's another thing. You know what the Oculus has that this Vision Pro doesn't have? Well, the Oculus does not have a wire. This thing has a wire. Is that wire detachable?
Yeah, we don't need wires.
We're in the 21st century, son. We don't need no stinking wires.
Just to maybe charge it.
I hope maybe, but like
even Oculus has like battery packs attachments where you can charge something and then hook it up. Because if you play Oculus and it's dying, like the only way to is either just charge it or plug it in and have it like a cord attached to your head.
Right. Like this looks cool. Okay, it looks cool. A lot of looks cool. I love Apple. Apple all the way. This shit is fucking whack. If the audience that cares enough to go to your stupid little Comic-Con events, and even they're like, these are people that are spending thousands probably to get to your event announcing that your next big thing is $3,500. They probably spent $3,500 to get there. And then they got to spend another $3,500 to get. And then they got to go online and pre-order this thing that's $3,500. And again, some people will do it. But you got to think about the lower mid-class people who want your products. Because I stupidly want that. But I don't want it for $3,500. I don't even want it for $3,000. I don't even want it for $2,000. I would at most, and again, bare essentials we know about this thing. We've seen video. Like it's you can see these commercials and see what it shows off and see what it does. But I mean, let me ask you something. How many times have you gone to or have seen a McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's commercial, and or even your local Wawa, and you see pictures of the food that they are advertising, and it looks so good. And then you order that thing, and you expect it to look like that, and you unwrap the hoagie, you unwrap the burger, and shit everywhere. Pickles, pure
mushed,
just mustard over everywhere, all on you. You didn't even open it yet, and it's on you. Like, you see what I'm saying? They can do that.
It's the same with
what do you get?
These new things, like I just said with the Oculus. It's like it's a cool thing you have it for a while, and then it's just like it's like a fad, and it goes off. I got offered to buy the Apple Watch. She's like, you can get an Apple. Basically, they were like trying to like hand me an Apple Watch. Like here, you basically just like have one. And I was just like, nah, I don't want it. Like it's not necessary. I don't really wear. I have a watch. I wear it for weddings and stuff like that, but I don't need to.
I mean, it's pretty cool filling up my rings every day. You know, just walking.
I like
stuff.
making the Power Ranger jokes when people like talk on them or go like that or whatever. I'm like, oh, I always say, oh.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you're talking on your watch, you're
Yeah,
you're a fucking asshole.
My
All
wife's
right? You're an
cousin
asshole.
does it. Yeah, it's that. I'm like, oh, they're
I mean,
talking to
the funny thing is, your phone is in your pocket,
it's
and you're talking on your watch.
like my
I don't know.
parents have it, and it's like rung before, and I'm just like, seriously, I just always think
like
get morph to the command.
see,
center.
I used to have a pair of smart glasses that hooked up to my phone, and someone called me. I could push a button, but like that's hands free right there. I'm not doing this. I'm just walking and talking to you. You know, that's basically works as AirPods. You know,
And we're going.
I'm not talking to Zordon or nothing like that.
You're going like that. You're a Power Ranger. I'm a '90s kid.
The only reason I have an Oculus even is because I got handed $250 for Christmas, and I won $50 on a lottery ticket. The John cost $300. There you go. If I didn't win that $50, or if I didn't get $250 for Christmas, I wouldn't have the son of a bitch, and I would have been totally fine. I'm glad I have it. It's something me and my brothers do. That's the only reason I got it, because all my brothers were getting one. We fucking chill sometimes on it. We play Top Golf. It's all good. But that's it. That's it.
Yeah, that's the only way it would be fun if you like knew people and went on it and did like played the golf game or something.
Oh, it's so good.
About it. I got to get in on one of those.
Anyway.
All right. So we got.
So Apple fucking decision makers making a goddamn $100. You're jaBROni of the week. You pieces of shit. And Halo, you're a piece of shit too.
Got him.
Johnny Cena went to town riding on a pony. Rock stuck a feather up his ass and called him a jaBROni.
All right, get ready to wrap it up here. Should we good to come back on? Should we come back Saturday?
Yeah,
back?
we can come back.
We'll talk a little Dynamite.
Actually, hold on. Let me get back to you. Got dance recital this weekend. First one.
We'll try it.
Might have a. Yeah. We'll figure it out. We might have to do early. The one time's at 1:30. The next time's at 6:30. There's 2 shows on Saturday.
We're coming back within the next week. We're not going to take a week off. Even if it's not on, we're going to be back within 7 days.
Yeah, for sure.
We keep a little hiccup 1 week. That's all. That's all happens. Things happen. But again, before we get out of here, the youtube.com/the jaBROnis pod. We got the Twitch gimmick and Twitter, jaBROnis pod. You can follow me on Twitter, Happy jaBROni.
I am Philly jaBROni 1. Still Philly jaBROni 1.
And then all episodes are available on the YouTube's, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. You can listen to the whole catalog. There's a buttload. Go all the way back to the very beginning. And that's about it. We're on the road to we're going to London soon. Not us physically, but we're on the road to Money in the Bank.
That'd be fun.
Forbidden Doors coming up. But I mean, we got WrestleMania coming up. We want to buy those sweet tickets soon. As soon as they let us buy them. We're gonna buy
Sweet as an SWEET or sweet as an SUITE? Are you talking about like those sweet as in cool tickets or sweet as in bougie? We're gonna be bougie.
That would probably be
sweet.
Ridiculous. The sweet life of Zach. Cody.
I don't know. I had a friend that accidentally bought sweet tickets for WrestleMania 39 this year, and numbers were not that insane for LA. So, and this guy had to travel.
Travel. I'm interested I want to pounce once they go on sale. So I'm interested to see.
Sure.
Soon enough. All right. So we're outie. We'll see everybody next week. jaBROnis. Sophia. Queen Sophia. Out.
jaBROni, jaBRONI, XYZ, ABC. Oh, it doesn't matter how you spell jaBROni.